CH7 Nightly News.
Tonight, the Crows soar to a history-making victory. 98,000 watch as Adelaide romps home to a 31-point win. And now fans get set for the biggest party on record. Good evening. The mighty Adelaide Crows have created AFL history, winning their first grand final in thrilling fashion. In a hard-fought game, the Crows snatched victory from the sentimental favourites St Kilda by 31 points. And the atmosphere in Melbourne is absolutely electric. The Crows started today as the underdogs, but they played their hearts out over 4 hard quarters to eventually come out the victors.
So there's nothing left now but to celebrate. Adelaide's fairy tale had come true. And after 3 grand final disappointments, Malcolm Blight had a premiership.
It's just fantastic to see the look on their faces. I mean, I was surprised that any kids growing up in Adelaide. The greatest memory I have was the 63 win of Adelaide beating Victoria. I was at the side of Victoria, and I suppose it's one of those like that today, isn't it?
The Crows surprised by playing Shane Ellen at full forward. He had 2 of the Crows' 5 goals to half-time, but Adelaide still trailed by 13 points. And 6 goals to 2 in the Premiership quarter put the Crows in control. And when Darren Jarman went forward in the last, it was like deja vu. Just ask the Western Bulldogs.
Robert and Whiteley. Back towards Jarman. Jarman! Yes! Darren Jarman!
Injured players quickly joined in the celebrations. Andrew McLeod won the Norm Smith medal for the best player on the ground, but this was the moment that Adelaide had been waiting for.
To the Adelaide Crows!
Dion Heyman, 7 Nightly News.
And we now cross live to John Riddell, who's in Melbourne. And John, what a game it was.
Hi Darrell, hi everyone. Fantastic here. Well, Melbourne has been and continues to be a city in the grips of grand final fever, as you can hear from behind me. The city ground was standstill as the start of the big game drew near. 98,000 people crammed in the MCG to witness this huge event. 10,000 more watched the film from Bunny Street all over the city.
All we want.
Saints are going down.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Grand Final Day is virtually a religious event in Melbourne. No one was going to let the occasion pass quietly.
Have the Adelaide people started to get right up your nose yet? Or
They got married 7 years ago when they came into the comp.
For the Crows, a first. For the Saints, the first grand final appearance in 26 years. Some fans even travelled from Adelaide to support the Saints.
You would be seen in Adelaide's eyes as just a dirty traitor.
I don't care. Spare seats were almost non-existent, but still hundreds queued for hour upon hour in the desperate hope of getting in.
We've come all the way from Adelaide with no tickets, on a wing and a prayer, and, we've just got to get in.
The Saints had overwhelming local support, but there was a growing belief that the Crows could pull it off.
Some people regard it as a matter of life or death, but we regard it as much more important than that.
Last week's doubters were eating humble pie. Well, almost.
Mate, the last thing I want from you is respect, that's for a start.
And who says sport and politics don't mix? Premier Olsen was rubbing shoulders with Jeff Kennett, but not so much with embattled Prime Minister Howard, who slipped in quietly.
One of you is going to be very disappointed. Who do you think it'll be? Jeffrey. we'll wait and see.
While opposition leader Mike Rann watched the game back in Adelaide, his federal counterpart was conspicuous and footy-focused.
The game will go to the one that doesn't choke.
In a blast of surround sound and a kaleidoscope of colour, the atmosphere built and built and built as kick-off time neared.
For all Crows and Saints players are feeling like never before. In this MCG pressure cooker, now is the time to stand up and be counted.
All players' faces were etched with the emotion and strain of the occasion, a major milestone in the history of both clubs. In Melbourne, Mike Smithson, 7 Nightly News.
Well, back home in Adelaide, the city erupted as the final siren sounded. It seemed all of South Australia was behind the Crows, even those who aren't footy supporters.
Like it or not, Crows fever took hold of South Australia today, and it seems no one was exempt from the footy hype.
Go the Crows!
This pride was among thousands of South Australians savouring every moment of the occasion. Their beloved Crows had made it to their first AFL Grand Final and confidence was running high.
They're going to win by 30 points.
Grand final is always 50-50.
Crows will win though.
Win or lose, one thing's for sure, the supporters were making the most of it.
While many of the fans couldn't be at the MCG for the big game, they were well and truly flying the flag back home.
3,000 one-eyed Crows supporters packed the shed at the back of Footy Park, all sharing in the glory.
It's absolutely fantastic. They've made the final. It's a dream come true. Go Adelaide Crows!
The grand final parties weren't confined to Footy Park though. Pubs across the city were jam-packed with supporters, all doing their best to cheer on the Crows. Hundreds more enjoyed the game on a huge screen at Wayville Showgrounds, while in homes across the state, televisions were fixed on Channel 7's live coverage.
The mighty Adelaide Crows, with the Rangers stronger, faster.
It's a sure bet we'll be hearing that song for days to come.
In the pride of South Australia.
Nicole Hark, 7 Nightly News.
Joining us now from the Adelaide Crows change rooms, and I hope it's quieter down there, is Bill Curley. And Bill, what a fantastic victory.
Thanks very much. We've got two successful backline players today. And Benny, you were the first one to get the move when Jamo broke down and back onto Heatley had already kicked two. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a bit hard. I kept telling Cavo to get back there actually, but it didn't happen. But no, it was all right. I knew I had to sort of not worry too much about him. He's been a good player, but sort of take my own chances and get after the footy.
You're very careful with your kickoffs today.
Yeah, it's one of the, I suppose, a big thing this year that we've done is to be very careful, especially in finals. He said earlier in the year that, the people who do the kick-outs best in grand finals win them, and it certainly wasn't taking too many risks this time.
Proved right. Now, Pete, just that little burst by Hawley, 3 goals in a short space. What were your thoughts?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I thought...
He can't help you.
I thought he's got on top of me. I'm waiting for the hook to come and get me, but no, to the credit of the other boys, getting it out of the middle really helped, and he sort of starved him a bit in the third quarter, and then finally got dragged in the last quarter. So I think my run sort of got on top of him at the end of it, but he was a dangerous player for them. He kicked 3 goals in a couple of minutes, and we didn't panic, but at half time we needed to really start playing well because we weren't playing well.
The chasing and tackling today was very good all over the ground.
It was sensational after half time. It was just magnificent.
Boys, thanks for asking your time. All the best. Back to you, fellas.
Thanks, Coles. Well, I tell you what a great victory. It was one of the greatest all-time grand finals. It's been a huge day for South Australian football. We'll be back later in the bulletin with more from Melbourne. But for now, back to you.